I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Alright, let's get right into it. Frontier, Episode 7. Alright, so, got a couple savvy-eyed shenaniganders out there, and number one, Eden Stam, pointed out that my center target is actually incorrect, and it is supposed to be a rectangle. So I pulled up this old flyer from 1980, and look at that. Wouldn't you know it? So I went hunting, and I'll show you what I found. Hunting, pun not intended. Also, another shenanigander out there, Dennis Braun, pointed out that the post right here on my machine is incorrect. I just got the little short T-nut post, and sure enough, look at that. Dennis is correct. And then you can kind of see that that does look like that might be the skinny rubber, the 7/16 one. Like I said, I tried to put on the fat 3/4 inch rubber, and the target would just wedge up alongside of it and not work. So that might be correct too. Anyway, that's not a big deal either way. Dennis also mentioned he saw, that my shooter rod was warped, and he suggested that Marco has them. I briefly looked. I didn't really see, but I didn't look that hard. But it got me thinking that I might go looking around in my stash, and here are the things I found in my stash. So, number one. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to get around to this tonight, but it's on the list. Number one, look what I found. It is basically a do-it-yourself rectangular red target kit with diode and everything. This is the wrong bracket. I need a bracket like this, but this is a spare target, so I'm going to steal this bracket, and I am going to go rectangular original after all. Even though this is functional and fine, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go OG. Yeah, so that's going to happen. There's the post that's incorrect, which is a little bit surprising because everything on this machine is so pristine. It makes me wonder if, Bally just, ran out of posts. Why would someone install this after the fact, I guess it's possible that the post, often the reason they're replaced is because the post broke off. But if that's the case, then this wouldn't be able to be in the same spot. You'd have to, get rid of the bits that are, stuck in the playfield, and then drill right beside it. But, I think occasionally maybe the factory workers did stuff that's just whatever they had on hand. But I'm going to remove this, and I've got plenty of those posts kicking around, so I think these might be from my spring break playfield. I'll double check. I think these are all very, very standard. That looks to be the same height. Yep, same style, except not quite as shiny. So I might have to go hunting for a shinier one, or just clean this up a little bit. And, so I went digging into my shooter rod bin, and look what I found. Same style shooter rod, but if I roll it across the table, it is not warped. So I'm going to polish this up, and we're going to install all this crap. And thanks to all you savvy-eyed shenaniganders out there. I appreciate the tips. Alright, I put together the rectangular target, stole the bracket, I stole the 2 screws and the little metal back there. And I've got on a new capacitor, a new diode. I think I got all that oriented correctly. And just a little bit of solder, and should be up and running. Alright, new target installed. All the wiring is done. We'll see how that looks and works in a moment, but while I have the hood up, let me just quickly swap out this shooter rod. I'll clean the other one up first and try and make it all pretty. All right, check this out. Cleaned up nicely. It's very plungy, and look, when you spin it, it's pretty effing straight. Check this out. You can really see the difference now when I roll this one on the table. Yeah, definitely warped. I mean, could be potentially straightened out, but I don't know. I should probably just throw this in the garbage, because then invariably I'll go to use it one day and be like, oh, this is warped. Why is this in my pile? So kind of pains me to do this, but should I? I think I'm gonna. Let's do that. Okay. Now let's install one of these posts. There's a bit of an added bonus on the shooter rod as well. It's actually just a little bit shorter, so I'm not required to pull out the shooter rod to lift the playfield now. Before I had to, and I think that's why there's a little gouge there. And that's actually probably why the shooter rod is bent, from people trying to lift the playfield, like myself, without pulling the shooter rod out. So, check this out. Spin that around, and it's pretty effing straight, and boom. Alright, let's see what we're up against here with this post. Why is this post in here? Everything else, like nothing really on this machine looks like it's been hacked by previous owners, right? So why is this post here? Is it a factory thing? Oh, did you hear that? There must have been a T-nut and possibly a washer or something on the other side of this post. So I'm gonna have to go machine screw style for this post. Let's go see what dropped in the cabinet. Ah, yeah, check this out. Just a standard nut and a lock washer. So that does sound like an after the fact thing, because, well, that's not true. Look, these are the other posts, and they have the same. So I believe I'm gonna go out on a limb and say someone did that at the factory and just thought, it's good enough. But I'm gonna make it quote unquote original. Okay, I've got a lot of posts, but I literally have only one that has the machine threads on it, and I think they were a little bit stripped, so it took me a while to find a good nylock nut to put on there, and I made sure that it fit. I had this guy on this end, I had this guy on that end, and was able to thread the nut all the way up there, but not without great difficulty and effort. For whatever reason, this guy just literally would not go on there, but I think it has something to do with the fact that part of this is nylon. I don't know. This didn't go on as much as I tried, so I'm throwing that sucker out. And the other thing is that no fitty. So I'm gonna have to drill that out, stick that in, nut it up, washer it up, and then I'll be good to go. Does this make you queasy, drilling into the playfield? I ain't afraid. I've done it before. I got experience. Let's see if that fits now. Making a mess in my playfield. Where'd it go now? Ah, here. See if that fits. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna vacuum that up first. Okay, there we go. Got a washer and the nut on there, nice and secure. Let's see what it looks like. How about that? Looks pretty good. Now I just gotta pop a rubber on it. Okay, I found me a rubber. And look at that. And how about this rectangular target too? Kind of spins on the rivet a little bit, but fills up that space better. Matches the other targets perfectly. And let's hope that I wired it correctly. Start off with testing the new plunger and trying not to break any LEDs. Oh. So the results are in. I am in fact gonna go with new lane guides. I'm not gonna lep this one out. I lep from time to time, but in this instance, I'm gonna go with new ones. So let's try this target. Please work. What did I do wrong? And look, my credit display is a little bit glitchy too. I don't like that. So, oh jeez. Why is that not working? Was certain I wired it up properly, but obviously not. So, back to the drawing board. Okay, I found my issue. Yet again, it was me. The middle diode, this leg here, was on this lug and it needed to go on the middle lug. So now if you attach it to the middle lug, and that didn't attach. I'm just trying to hold it on there. There you go. It works. So that was my problem. The other thing is the crickets are sounding a little bit of audio blip there, and it isn't sounding quite as crispy as it used to. So I don't know, maybe I gotta recap my soundboard, but my credit display seems to be fine at the moment, so I don't know, I'll probably pull it out and reflow the headers anyway. Okay, I went into display test and everything seems fine. If that starts to, oh look at that, there we go. I do need to reflow that. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And before I do that, let's give this target a test. All right, here we go. Okay, that's much better. All right, so check that out. Everything is now OG. The target, the drop target, and the post. All right, let's reflow some headers. All right, display's back installed. It shows really weird through the camera, but in real life, it's perfect. So that's done. All right, that's it, folks. Short and sweet episode, but that's all I have time for. I couldn't tell if my camera wasn't focusing or it's just my eyeballs. They're, I swear, getting worse every day. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Roar.